Hey Modesto students, this is my way of trying one more time to explain to you the vital importance of including word count on everything you write. And I'm going to show that to you by looking at the syllabus together. Let's look. Are you able to see these syllabus items that are district-wide requirements? Those district requirements state that you must write 8,000 words. 6,000 of those must be in essays and 2,000 to 3,000 based on research-based writing. Do you see that here? Again, this comes from the district, not from me, but from the district. Then there's one more element to look at before we start talking about word count. Down near the bottom of the syllabus, right before the essay format, is the diagram that is presented by the district. This is presented to all students as a district-wide Carnegie unit method. And this is the study time that is required by the district. Be sure and look that over and see the time that is required, which is approximately 10 hours per week. Now, in a 16-week course, of course that intensifies if it's a 5-week course and so forth. You can do the math on that. I know you're brilliant. Let's go back and look real quick now. When you complete this course, you will be given a grade, which I hope will be fabulous. And if anything should ever be questioned about that grade, you would have your evidence of the words that you wrote. You've indicated the essay that was submitted, the date, so that because everything you write becomes the property of the district, and we have included a word count. And you can see that we included your rough draft. You don't need to bounce that off me. I know that you will calculate the number of rough draft words you wrote, and that's an honor system, and I know you're truthful and you'll tell the truth. Now, when for your final revised draft, you will calculate those words simply by going to review in your Word doc and looking up the word count. That's how you find that. And then you have that. They total 1,210 words. Now, in a course where we have the required number of words that I just showed you, this is a nice little section. If you don't put your word count on there, how are you going to prove that you wrote the required number of words at the end of the semester? I want you to remember something really important. And I know I'm asking you to remember this when we're in an online class. You don't know me. I do know you. I've known you since the first thing that you wrote in the class. But what I want you to remember is that everything I ask you to do is for your good. It's for you to be able to have your grade in this course and stand anywhere and say, I earned that grade. I wrote the required number of words. I spent the required number of time studying the course. Now, remember that in the grade center, in my grade center, I have a little button called People. And that shows me everybody's name, and it shows me exactly how much time you spent in the course. Now, you saw how much was required according to that graph by the district. Now, I say there is also a great amount of time that you spend outside of the logged-in classroom, researching, studying, and so forth, and that is counted in as well. But it still remains the fact that if anybody in the district ever looks up your records and sees how much time you spent in the course, they would be able to say, yes, that student spent a good amount of time studying the course as well as logging out of the course and studying in their own time, research and reading books and things like that. So, that's why I have included in the modules some little pages called study pages. And all you have to do for those is open them while you are reading and studying. While that's happening, time is logging up under your name as study time that's going to show up in Canvas. And it proves that you were studying and reading at that time. Do you see? So I want you to keep in mind, you never need to be resistant about anything I'm asking you to do, because everything I'm asking you to do is to protect you, to help you have a successful course, and make sure that you are given credit where credit is due. So when you forget to put a word count on a document, it only hurts yourself. When you do put that word count and the revised word count and all the totals, it's a win-win for everybody. You're protected. I can evaluate your final grade in the course and say, look, I see the word counts here. My goodness, this student wrote far more than was expected. The time spent in the course, I can see it right there. I have evidence that this student did everything that was asked of them. The district is thrilled because you did well in this course and you documented everything. So please make adding word count, doing your information on the upper left corner, second nature to you. And keep in mind, this is for you to prove that you have completed this course, okay? All right, I know you can. That concludes this tutorial on why do I need to include a word count.